So what was this? You sent this over to me. Well, first off, let's give credit to Comedic Clips. Put this up. It's Theo Von and Bill Burr most awkward moments. I guess Bill Burr was promoting his Netflix special or something.
Yeah. He's been doing the rounds or whatever. I guess doing podcasts and shit. His new special.
Yeah, I saw him on Rogan.
I think he's a little worried because the Chappelle one was so big, and I think Bill knows already that he's just overshadowed this round.
Right.
Bad timing. So he's out just doing a push. So he goes and does not your mom's house, whatever, this weekend. King Fighter Sting guy.
But we're just Theo Von's solo podcast,
It's
correct?
just Theo Von. Yeah, it's this weekend past whatever. Fucking Theo's 19th podcast, the one he does by himself. And Bill just gets nasty with him.
Really?
Yeah. And at first, like I'll let you kind of be, decide on your own here, but because I at first thought like, all right, he's breaking balls to Bill Burr, but after a while, I'm like, what are you doing? It gets very weird.
But yeah, I just took some dates off of the books. I got a bunch of stress, man. I was starting to lose my mind, I thought.
Oh yeah. No, it affects everybody differently. So I just
Ooh, your neck's getting old there, Billy boy. Got old man neck.
yeah. This is a good thing too, is just lie and just say you're not available that week.
Yeah.
I'm not in town.
Oh, I already had them sold, and I had to take them down.
Oh, I wouldn't put that on the podcast.
Yeah, they know. They all know, yeah.
I still wouldn't do that.
Oh.
Because you don't know, you don't need bookers looking at that. This guy's he's a fucking wild card.
But I was just like experienced like a ton of stress, man. Burnt
That wasn't that bad.
It's
out.
first.
I've been on the same tour for this hour for almost over a year now.
Dude, bands tour for like 4 years and then fucking go right back in the studio, make another one and keep going. You got to toughen up, man.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
You know?
What do I do?
Funny,
You think?
still lighthearted.
Yeah,
Still
that's
bright.
not bad,
That's
yeah.
still just Burr being Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toughen up. Come on, man.
Flage hat, looking like a fucking backwoods guy, all tough and shit. You can't handle doing your hour again. I mean, come on, man. Suck it up.
Sometimes he would put like a tarp over it at night and stuff, I think during like maybe, I guess the spring or something. But I think otherwise it was just one option, open, So just cruise.
At any point, can I promote that I have a special out here?
Yeah.
Now this is where this is like now the facial expressions are changing, the posture is changing.
What was that about?
Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
A little nasty. And this was, now I want to point out, because I know it's a montage, so people are like, well, maybe this is an hour into it or whatever. This was about 5 to 10 minutes into the podcast. Like, this was just 5 minutes in, I believe, was what I was told.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know where we're going with this.
Bro, it's all right.
I have a special.
I need a solid oak table, by the way, if you don't mind.
That's not very good looking table. Like, that looks like the kind of table you'll get splinters from.
Yeah.
Special out on that's streaming now on Netflix for Linda McCartney.
Yeah. She lost her arm, right?
No, she died.
Has that place been around for a couple hundred years?
Since the mid 1800s.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, some guy. It was
Probably
Prince
Napoleon?
Albert. No, Prince Albert. Dude, I love how you just fucking reaching for shit here. It's a couple thousand years. It's been around. Napoleon. That's an old guy.
Okay, now it's all right. It's beyond just because now Bill Burr does have that kind of. At first, the first
Right.
thing to me wasn't nasty because that was banter. That's if Royce said to me like, "Yeah, I'm touring, doing stand up, doing this hour every night," and I'm just like, burn out, man. I'm so worn out. I canceled some shows. I would be going. You can't fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go on stage with a bottle of water, do my fucking hour, and get you a couple grand, and go back to the hotel and eat a bowl of ice cream. You fucking lazy piece of shit. That was fine, but then at any point can I promote my and then it starts sparking. Now we're a minute 36 into how long?
7-minute compilation.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of treasure the things that I do comedically.
Did you just say you treasure what you do? Like literally your
little bit,
act?
yeah.
You're worried that some big Hollywood director. You can't take your comedic skills and say what the fuck somebody else wrote. You treasure your act so much. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
The way that I present it, man. The way that I present it. If I give somebody something, if I do something funny, it's like, yeah, I'm going to leave it up to some fucktard that I feel like doesn't know how to best.
This dude is going to be.
So Theo Von is basically saying he doesn't want to sell out his comedy, and I think Bill Burr's like just fucking. Is that what that back and
Bill Burr,
forth was?
I think Bill Burr is taking
F is for
personally.
family, dog.
I mean, he's done some selling out.
He's such a nightmare when he makes it.
I love
I treasure these jokes. How dare you? This. What do they call it? This is vulgar. This edit is vulgar.
like I have a tough time working. I just think I have a tough time working with other people sometimes, you know, which is one of the reasons why I got into comedy anyway. You know, I just think.
Well, I would say get over that.
Yeah.
Get over yourself and get over that, because there's a lot of great people in this business, and you're gonna miss out. And I don't know.
No,
you know what?
I
You'll
totally
say
respect that.
your loved ones will save money on the funeral costs because no one's going to go. So there's not going to be too many fucking snacks they got to put together. She'd have a rough day and she'd come in. And
I don't remember the whole show.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah.
If I can explain it to you.
Okay.
This fucking guy just I don't know what that is. All right.
No, I believe it.
I don't know. And the second
Okay, so all right, look, I'll even say this. Up until even the last couple, I was like, he's being kind of a dick, but he still feels like banter to me. I just want to be honest.
But now this
is like, I'll explain it to you.
He's getting to the point where he's getting to that point where if you were a guy at a bar, you're now putting your fucking hand, you're putting your hand on people's shoulders and shit. You know, where it starts getting like, now even you're touching somebody.
That last
like,
one.
You're not, dude, you fucking keep getting cute.
that last one.
It's kind of trying to be the alpha male. She's trying to alpha male.
He sounds like, listen here, kid.
Yeah.
I started to explain, like, I don't know the whole show. All right, I get it. I believe that's that comic ADD. Like, I don't want to fucking, I'm not into it. I don't want to hear it. I got it. Your show. Go ahead. Continue.
Imagine.
This is starting to feel, I'm feeling uncomfortable now for real. Now, this is about 3 minutes in. Now is when I'm like.
You will agree, right? I could be a pretty obnoxious guy sometimes, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Occasionally.
Just occasionally.
Very rarely.
All the time.
If you saw a clip, right? If you just one night, if I said like, oh, I'm gonna be doing this guy's podcast, whatever, he doesn't have a lot of viewers, but like, you know, whatever. Big fan of the show, and I go and do a podcast, and clips start coming back to you, right? Like of me treating anyone like this.
Shit, yeah.
Wouldn't you go like, what was your fucking problem with that guy? Like,
Why are
did
you
he
mad?
do something to you? Or
No,
like,
because I've seen Burr on other shows. Like he wasn't like this to Rogan.
no,
He wasn't like this to Conan.
and there's a way to banter and break.
Yeah.
You can do other people's show. I mean, we always fuck with Joe Coletta, and there's other people that like we've always gone hammy when we used to do stuff with him. There's guys we would bust their chops, but like there's a level where it goes, okay, man, now you're just being disrespectful to me, man. You're being disrespectful.
The
to me
other
in
thing
front of
is,
a bunch.
I kind of feel at some point, Theo Von's a comic. He should have defended himself a little bit. Like bust
too
his
nice.
bust his balls back.
He's too nice and.
Remember, all right, let's talk about old shows then.
We don't have to. It was so funny how you bailed twice on that. You made
Patty Duke, what about
You made
that?
me feel like an asshole, like that was the 15th time I fucking brought it up. Sorry. No.
I kind of feel like you have a lot of internalized anger, and maybe it's because you're not super happy with your marriage, Bill. I don't know. No, I'm just saying.
If I were to guess,
That's
I would say that
a lot of dudes that are like this in real life. Like we've all known. Everybody listening has known somebody like this who's having issues with his wife, and then when they go out, they kind of snap at you, and you're like, "Hey, bro, what? You're right, man.
or
What's
try
wrong?"
to domineer people
And you're
because
like-
they're getting beat.
And
Yeah,
you're like, "What's wrong, bud?
yeah, don't take that shit out.
It's
on
not
me.
my fault."
Yeah.
yeah.
No Mary Tyler Moore. One of the great ensemble fucking cast of all time.
I do know she just died recently.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to bring up a more positive story about the show, but yeah, it's the second time.
Hey Bill, hey Theo, this is Marissa from Raleigh, North Carolina. So Bill, I heard you say on, I believe it was Joe Rogan's podcast, that you really like the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and you've seen it several times. And I know Theo said that he walked out halfway through it. So I was just wondering maybe if you could talk about why you loved it so much, and Theo, why you walked out halfway through it. Anyway, gang.
Well, this is where Bill and I don't talk anymore after this.
No. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I absolutely fucking loved it.
I heard on your podcast you say that you loved it.
Oh my God, dude, it's the best work. Leo's. I mean, Brad Pitt's great. First time you watch it, I was just like, I want to be like Brad Pitt's the guy I want to be.
Yeah.
And then the second time I watched it, I was like, oh my God, I'm just like Leo's character. I have an emotional fucking mess. Well, I don't know what part you walked out in, but
I walked out after they went to that house for the first time, after they met the old guy, and they were in the yard, and then his car had a flat tire. And at that point, I was like, I got to get out of here. I don't know what these guys are doing. You know, I felt like it was just kind of a waste of, I don't know. I couldn't get into it, and I didn't know what was going on.
You know, you say it all the time. Theo's an. I'm not saying. We obviously make fun of. Even when we make fun of the Sting and the Bing or the Bing and the Bong, we're usually making fun of Brendan. But Theo, I do think's a nice guy. I will honestly say that I feel like he's genuinely a nice guy.
There's an earnest,
a Joe Dirt vibe to him.
Yes, exactly.
He's a Joe Dirt vibe to him. He's a nice guy. He really is. I want to be emphatic about that. But he's not super smart.
No, he's not at all. But this is, I was saying this the other night too on Nightwave. Like, this moment right here, it encapsulates why I cannot hate Theo Von, because he's actually being vulnerable in this moment and being nice and going, yeah, man, it was like, I just didn't get the movie and I felt really stupid. And I felt like everyone around me was like way smarter than me and I felt dumb and intimidated. And he's looking down and going like, yeah, and I felt like intimidated. So like I left. And you would think like, you can't break his balls in that moment. You're like, you seem like a likable guy.
I'm starting to wonder, like a Bill Burr is, I guess he could be kind of being a bit. I feel like this is the way Bill Burr would talk to like let's say he was doing Bob Kelly's show podcast, like they're friends, right? That he would talk to him like be like this, and Bob Kelly would go back at him and kind of be snippy back. And be him and Voss, like there's a bunch of Bill Burr and Patrice when they used to go at it with each other, like. They used to give it. This just kind of feels one-sided. It feels like Bill Burr's coming in all hot, and Theo Von's like, "Yeah, man, I'm just not a big Tarantino fan. I'm more of a Michael Bay guy." You're
like, ugh.
Did you see Fast 8?
But you don't. But Bill should know better if he's a professional than to go into a show with this like junior.
No. I'm not saying he knows better or not. He's doing the circuit. It's like back in the day. You know this, Mike. Like back in the day, comics had to do all the FM shows, right? Like if you were doing a town, you have to go and sell your tickets. It's the same thing with Netflix. You got to promote it. So like, I'm sure they're telling him, look, these are the shows you got to go on. I'm sure. And I believe the only reason he's on Theo Von's show is because of the Joe Rogan connection. Rogan was probably like, hey man, I'll have you on. No problem. Hey, can you do me a favor though? I got these other shows. Like it's like, it's in the same building.
Yeah, we'll bang them all out.
So can you do Theo's also? And that would be great. And maybe Brian Callen, you could do his too. Like, I think that's the reason this is happening. Yeah. This wouldn't normally be something that I think would just...
I just meant, in terms of him knowing better, I just think that Bill, knows he's not going into O&A. Mm-hmm. This isn't guys that you've known for years and you're coming in and going like, dude, can you believe this fucking retard last night out in the hallway? This fucking idiot told me, like they were just brutal to each other, exposing each other's secrets and shit. Just being mean because they were all friends. But he just came in here and just started shredding Theo, and Theo's like, yeah, man, I just didn't get the movie. It's weird.
Went on, and it made me feel uncomfortable. And it's like, I got to get out of here. Because I started to feel like everybody knows what's going on, and I don't know what's going on, I guess.
Yeah.
He's
too earnest.
Being honest. God damn it, Theo.
I like Theo.
He's just being nice. He's just like, look, man, I don't get this. This isn't my thing.
It's impossible to hate this guy.
There wasn't even any explosions. I'm like, what am I going to do here?
You know what else he kind of reminds me of? Dewey Crow.
Dewey Crow,
right?
From Justified.
Does he not?
Yes, he's Dewey Crow.
I'm sorry, Raylan.
I just didn't get it.
Oh, fuck.
I do want to watch that Hobbs and Shaw movie. Now that looks good. There's explosions in it. Hey man, you watch Transformers?
I celebrate the Rock's entire catalog. Yeah. Everything going back to WrestleMania X7, brother. Right before that, Intercontinental Champion Bill Burr's like, the fuck you talking about? I went to the Met with my black baby the other night to show off my black baby.
Theo Von looks like somebody who has a Transformers box set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a receipt for it from 2 weeks ago.
Yes. All right. Well, I got my weekend planned out.
I'm the therapist, buddy.
Yeah.
If that happens to you at the fucking movies, if you think the whole movie theater gives a shit about whether.
No, I don't think
were you making like audible noises that you didn't? Huh? What?
Oh my god!
That's the only way they would know.
Fuck, man! I didn't know I was so fucked up, man.
Yeah, you do.
Do you keep a weapon on yours or no?
On what?
In your, I don't know if you have a helicopter, or if you rent a helicopter.
Do I really have to answer that? He knows goddamn well I don't have a weapon. Why are you doing this?
You don't? You wouldn't have a gun? I don't think it's. I don't think it's obtuse, really, to think you might have a weapon in there with you. Think about it.
Yeah, think about it.
Okay, all right.
You think about it.
Right.
You don't fly around your helicopter with a machine gun? Because, man, I would love to do that if I had a helicopter.
Because in Louisiana, where I'm from, it's actually legal to own a machine gun and mount it on a helicopter.
They actually give you a tax break.
Yeah, they actually tax you more if you don't have one of them.
All right, man. Just a small gun, dude. Just a handpiece.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Fine.
Nice Breitling.
Fine, Bill.
It's just a fucking ridiculous question.
I thought it would be.
You bringing Uzi up there when you flaps?
Well, one thing definitely is I've made more money even just in the past year. I finally started making money, and it's definitely been like, yeah, sometimes even in the beginning I've just even
He's
felt.
going to start yelling at himself in the mirror like Leo. And the part
bad
before you
about it.
walked out.
Was it really? Did he
Fucking
do that?
piece of shit. Yeah. Oh, he yells at himself in the mirror. It's one of my favorite scenes.
Maybe I got to watch it.
Way to just completely derail his.
Yeah,
This whole thing is so weird to me.
It's uncomfortable. The
I'm
whole thing's
uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
It again.
Yeah, you don't have to. I don't want to force.
Well, I'm not going to watch it because you want me to watch it, but I'll watch it maybe because maybe I did miss something, I just at a certain point, I'm just like, my favorite part of it was that Brad Pitt had a little bit of like a hitch in his walk a little bit, if you noticed that.
What about Leo with the speech impediment that only happened off?
Yeah, man, but I do a podcast with someone with a speech impediment, and it's like, it's not really a vacation if I have to listen to somebody else when I'm watching a movie.
I love how you just dismissed that. Yeah. Oh my God. That's amazing. That's what's amazing about when somebody makes something, like people's reaction, like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Somebody else, hey, fucking walked out. I get nervous. The whole movie theater was listening to my inner thoughts.
It's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
They care. They care this much about me.
I don't think they care. I fucking care. In my head, I care too much.
Listen, when I put the hat on, that means I got to go.
That's fine.
I want to show you my truck.
All right.
All right? So we can bond on something. We can agree. We missed the mark on Mary Tyler Moore.
Yep.
You brought
What
up
about
something.
Family Man? Have you seen that movie?
I've seen Family Guy. What about The Nice Guys? Oh, you got to see that.
These are just two people that have nothing in common.
Okay.
You got to see that one. That's a funny one.
Bill Burr's
what's a
like
nice
Theo
guy?
Vaughn's dad that he never saw his whole life.
Hey, man.
And they met on Facebook, and now they're meeting up at like a diner.
No, I don't know. I think
You like music?
you're looking down. You got your
No, I will
jaw
watch it.
out. You got your jaw out. It's very
No.
confrontation. I'm feeling like you're not liking my suggestions. You just like you like the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This guy's dead to me. He's dead to me. Just to let you know, I can't hear your inner thoughts, so don't get all fucking weirded out. And just walk
so
out on me.
crazy. I feel like you're in my head, man.
So you also sent me this.
One little clip that this guy left out, and he really should have left us in.
Let's check it
Crazy.
out.
You came. The dog just had. The dog was like a bouncer. If you got grandfathered in and you were cool, and then once anything after that was like, no, who the fuck is this? This person needs to be terminated.
Did you ever donated sperm or anything like that when you were coming up as a comedian?
Nope, and I don't have a gun in my helicopter. But I want to thank you for having me.
You bet.
And helping me promote my special. I just have to get home
No worries,
because
man.
my kid's getting up from the nap and it's my watch.
I love it. I love your attitude.
I love everything that you're doing. I'm so happy for you and all your
thanks,
success.
man. You're
What's he doing?
always
You know,
supportive.
you're doing it. Just expand. Don't be afraid to get into business with people. Get a good lawyer. All right?
I like
all
your
right, buddy.
attitude.
We'll
All right,
see
thanks,
you.
Bill.
Thank you.
Normally, when a podcast ends, you end with both people on camera, and then after you go, "Hey, man, thanks so much." He was actually just standing up and walking at. Oh,
It's disrespectful.
man, I like everything you're doing. I
not-
must leave now.
I'm not white knighting for Theo Vaughn. I'm not a fan of Theo Vaughn's comedy or anything. But
I don't hate him though.
he just seems like in a world of really, really hateable people. And then there's just Theo Vaughn and Sam Tripoli out there floating around
Right.
that are still mildly redeemable. You're like, look, out of 300 of those comedians out there, there's two that I'd actually go, so-and-so said you want to go meet them. But actually, you want to go hang out with that person? Like, I'd go with Theo Vaughn or Sam Tripoli. They seem to at least have retained a bit of their humanity. But they're awash in a sea of these fucking sociopaths and narcissists.